All right, we're live with another virtual Facebook Live session of 1 Million Cups-Bentonville. Thank you all for joining us this morning. I hope everybody's well rested, has their coffee, one of 1 Million Cups. My name is Caleb Talley. I'm the Director of Marketing and Events for the Startup Junkie Foundation and a proud 1 Million Cups-Bentonville organizer. For those of you who are not familiar with 1 Million Cups, it was created on the notion that entrepreneurs discover solutions and engage with their communities over a million cups of coffee. The Kauffman Foundation developed 1 Million Cups in 2012 as a free program designed to educate, engage, and inspire entrepreneurs around the country. And through the power of volunteers, 1 Million Cups has grown to more than 160 communities across the country. And as a program of the Kauffman Foundation, 1 Million Cups works with entrepreneurs, empowering them with the tools and resources to break down barriers that stand in the way of starting and growing their businesses, organizations, that sort of thing. Today, we're excited to have Dr. Joseph Daniels with us today. He's the founder of Build Communities Through Love, or Build Community Through Love, which focuses on economic and community development for disenfranchised peoples. He's here today to talk about that and a mindset momentum program that he kicked off this week. And I'm looking forward to hear more about it. And I'll turn it over to you.
Caleb, man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? I'm so excited to be here and so excited to share a project that we have been working on for such a good while. And it's finally here. Happy New Year to you all. Happy 2021. And let's get this thing going. I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it. Give it a count if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but an eternity is in it. These are the wise words of the late, great Dr. Benjamin Mays. He talks about this precious thing called time. You see, time is a non-renewable resource. And like Benjamin Franklin said, lost time can never be found again. I am Dr. Joe Daniels. So excited again to be with you guys here this morning to discuss mindset momentum, an intentional 21-day reset. We kicked off on Monday, January 4th, but it is not too late to get into this community to allow yourself to have a mindset shift from 2020 to 2021. I'm going to go into a little bit of background of how this idea came about. I think ideas come when we're doing the most mundane things, taking a shower, taking a number two, even cutting the grass. And that's where this idea came from. I was cutting the grass back in October after just being frustrated with, being at home, like all of us have been frustrated being at home, just listening to the news, staying updated with different things from CDC here in Arkansas, the Arkansas Department of Health, and just figured out, what are some things that we can do to have a drastic impact on the lives of people. So as I'm cutting my grass, the words mindset begin to come into play. The word mental health began coming into play. And this is on the back of watching thousands of cars line up at food banks, watching, hundreds and thousands of Black owned and people of color owned businesses having to shut their doors permanently because they don't have all of the financial resources necessary to keep them through this pandemic. Thinking about the people who have struggled through systemic racism and systemic injustice, and seeing people who are on the famine side of what 2020 was, because there were some who were able to feast, but there were also millions of people who saw famine. And so being able to provide a sense of hope, being able to provide a transformative opportunity of hope is something that Build Community Through Love has designed and is looking to push these next 21 days. And it's really that hope factor. That's really what we're really trying to give. Our church, I go to St. James Missionary Baptist Church here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And last year's vision was a year of transformation. And a large part of that is transforming your mind. There's so much that we can do if we can just transform our mind, transform the way we think. And so we are really geared to doing a mindset momentum, because if we can train our mind to deal with and to experience, the frustration that 2020 had, whether it be the police killing of George Floyd, of Breonna Taylor, whether it be vigilante killing of Ahmaud Arbery, whether it be, people losing their jobs, whether it be people scared to go to school, people being scared to go to work, people putting their life on the line to do essential work, whether it be hospital workers who have been our superheroes over these last 9, 10, 11 months, who have been putting their life and their family's life on the line to help out, to help all of us to be able to continue to breathe. It's very important now that we have a mindset shift as we walk into 2021, as we are in 2021, as we are embracing a new year. How do we get our mind and train our mind to find hope in the midst of darkness? And that's what this is all about. And so let's get into the fun things about what we have put together for mindset, momentum, and intentional 21-day reset. So when we think about 21 days, of course, you have 3 weeks. So week 1 has really just been impactful so far. Topic for Monday, day 1, was be present. Be present. We're so consumed with thinking about what has happened, and so hoping to have a better future, that we forget the blessings and the true gifts that we find each and every day. And so day 1 was be present. Day 2 was breathe in all the positivity, all the joy, all the love, all the things that bring us excitement. That was day 2. And it's linked with meditation. Today is day 3, breathe out all the toxicity, all the things that bring us negative energy, all the things that bring us anger, frustration. Begin breathing those things out and creating a habit of meditation, of breathing in positivity and breathing out negativity, so that we can live at a great frequency to be productive and have efficient and effective days. So week 1, again, it looks at reassuring people that they are powerful, reassuring people that they are brilliant, reassuring people that no matter what their current circumstance is, we can have a genuine turnaround as we start with a mindset shift. Week 2 looks at a foundation, building up a framework on how we're going to execute on 2021. Begin crafting a master plan and setting realistic goals that allow us to have the foundation to make 2021 our comeback year. And then week number 3, we are building momentum. It's not enough just to have a plan written down on paper. We have to then take that plan and begin creating habits, creating a discipline to make sure that each and every day we're doing things that are chopping off our goals, so that we can achieve and execute on our master plan. Again, like they say, you can't eat an elephant all at one time, right? So we gotta build a mindset of each and every day, I'm going to take a bite. Even if I don't feel like it, I'm going to take a bite. And so that's week 3. We are building. As we move into the phases, we have different phases so that it's user friendly and people can have time to do things on their own as they're processing through the 21-day reset. The first is our morning inspiration that we have, and our morning inspiration is coupled with our 90-day intentional journal. We have major events, both workshops and physical fitness. And then, of course, we need to find ways to build momentum. So going into our morning inspiration, the cool thing about this was I was able to reach out to people in the community, and they provided us with just, 2 to 3 minute inspirational shorts to allow people to have a form of inspiration that wasn't just writing, and it wasn't only my voice. And so finding ways to get the community involved, to say an encouraging word to people on their drive to work, as they're meditating, times like this, as they're drinking their cup of coffee. And so just finding ways and finding different ways to infuse hope, infuse love, infuse excitement as we get into the day, infuse energy as we move into the day. The next thing that I think is one of the most brilliant things that we've been able to create is our 90-day intentional journal. It is a digital journal that was created by our digital manager, well put together. It's curated so that it goes through different prompts for the 21 days. And then again, we're building momentum because we don't want things to stop after 21 days. And so when we get into day 22 through day 90, we have prompts as well to get people to have a very strategic week, a strategic weekend, and then also have time to refuel, rest, and re-energize. So again, we talked about our major events. This 21-day experience, this 21-day reset is laced with these workshops. This is exactly the bread and butter of what we're trying to do. And we're starting out with just our workshops. We have crafting our master plan. We have stop sitting on your ass sets, which is pretty cool because oftentimes we find ourselves not knowing that we have a plethora and abundance of assets around us. We have to change our mind. When we change our mindset, we realize that we are not in a scarcity society. We are in an abundant society, and we have to figure out ways to bring that abundance to the table. We're then very fortunate to have an entrepreneur out of Raleigh, North Carolina. For you coffee heads out there, this is 1 Million Cups. I know you guys drink it. I'm going to go ahead and pub her business here. I'm very proud of what she's been able to do since July of 2020. She's created Blackology Coffee. I have the coffee in my home. I'm drinking it right now. It is amazing. But it's an entrepreneur who figured out, who said to herself, I'm going to start executing on my dreams, even in the midst of a double pandemic of systemic racism and COVID-19. She said, I'm going to reach out here and I'm going to start my own business. And so she has launched her own business. We're going to have a podcast live interview with Lori Jones just to kind of get some insight on how she started her business, as well as the challenges that she's facing going through her business right now and growing her business even during a pandemic. And then we have Ginjette Barrett, who's doing Understanding the Person in the Mirror. That's very important as we go into week 3, as we're trying to build momentum. Who are you? What are some habits that you need to break? What are some habits that you need to create so that you can be disciplined moving into your comeback year of 2021? The last thing is our fuel session. Our fuel sessions are pretty impactful as well. Each Saturday of the 21 days, we'll have fuel sessions. And these are just to get the body moving. These are just, to encourage people to just keep these things in your daily routine, your weekly routine. Stay physically fit. Like I said before, this whole thing has only really birthed itself out of the power of our community. The logos here are of all the businesses who have provided either the workshops and or the morning inspirational videos. We could not have done this without them providing their free content to us, without them providing their time, their energy to just give to what we've been trying to do. And this is I didn't mention this at first, I don't think. This is an entirely free 21-day reset. Everything a part of this thing is free. There's no sales pitch anywhere. We're not selling anything on the back end. Everything is free. The morning inspirations are free. The 90-day digital journal is a free download. It's principled as well. And so this thing is designed to really get people to have that mindset shift to make 2021 their comeback year to making it. So I publicly here want to thank everybody on this screen who have given of their time, their efforts, and their energy to really pour into their community at large. And so just a little bit about our team. These two fantastic people got with me not too long ago and said, I love the vision of what you're doing with Build Community Love. Let's figure this thing out. Let's go together. And so we have gone together. Rachel is our program director. She's coordinating all of our workshops in terms of logistics. And then we have Steve, who has actually designed this whole presentation template. He's the mastermind behind the design. I'm a civil engineer by trade. And so, all we do is numbers and different things like that. So I could not have done any of this great graphic work without him. He also produced our 90-day digital journal. So when you're writing in your journal, think of him and all the great work that he has produced. Last but not least, this is just a quick thing about us. Just wanted to, talk about our organization a little bit. We are a growing organization here in Northwest Arkansas. We also try to do things as well across the country. I am originally from Silver Spring, Maryland, and I've been in Northwest Arkansas since 2013. Have a love for this area. Our organization really started when back in 2016, when a group of us looked at condemning the flying of the Confederate flag at Bikes, Booze, and Barbecue at their national or at their annual bike rally that they always have in Northwest Arkansas. And so that was the genesis of our organization. And we've just been trying to infuse agape love into the strategic and actionable redesign of authentic community where everyone wins, everyone gets a seat at the table. And we're focusing on communities that are systemically, racially, and economically disenfranchised. So look for us on the rise. We're growing, we're building, and we're always trying to find ways to have a positive impact on our community. We also have a podcast, the Build Community Love podcast. That's what Lori Jones will be on later on. And we're excited to have her on our podcast. Real quick, I was fortunate enough to present a presentation for Startup Junkie not too long ago here in the Northwest Arkansas area. And the topic of that was put it all on the table. And this is kind of full circle, being able to present, what that is, putting it all on the table, put your assets on the table and find ways for the community to use those assets. This is exactly a template of what that is. We could find ways to get people who are who want to give, who have value to give. If we bring all those things together, we can really have a true impact on our community, because we have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to us to use it. We must suffer if we lose it, give it account if we abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but an eternity is in it. That's my time.
We greatly appreciate that presentation. That was fantastic. While we wait for questions to come in the comments, if you have a question, please drop it in the comment section under this Facebook Live video stream. While we wait for that, I'll bounce some questions off of you. Kicked off Monday. How's the reception been so far?
It has been good. We are very close to 200 people who have registered for this event. And these aren't just people here in Northwest Arkansas. We have different people across the country, and we actually had a touch point in Canada. So very excited about that.
Awesome. And I know this has obviously taken a lot of time and work and dedication and resources. Has this all been driven by, I guess, people giving of their time, or was there sponsorships or anything like that to help drive this, or how did that work?
Yeah, this has been everybody giving of their time. I think I have issued out a few IOUs in the future to make this happen. But I think when we were able to pitch a slide deck that truly looked at the issues that we faced in 2021, as well as truly looking at what we were trying to bring, the vision of this that we were trying to bring, I think people were already excited about what it was and loved the fact that they were invited and wanted to make sure that they gave their part in making sure that people had a good mindset shift going into 2021.
Mm-hmm. Martha asked, in 2020, as a business consultant, I've chosen to intentionally and publicly name the people in my community that I want to serve. If I can be in, I want to serve if I can be of help. Women, Black, Latinx, Native American, former felon, low-income entrepreneurs. Months later, these people in my community have responded and allowed me to serve them more. How do you advise those not yet actively involved in finding a service community to find one? And how do people find their service calling?
Martha, that's a fantastic question, and thank you for all the work that you're doing and the work that you continue to do. The more we give, and this is actually day 14. This is very exciting. The more it's called the law of harvest, and I didn't make that up. That's out there. The more we give, the more we receive. Right? That's a biblical understanding, biblical theology, understanding of if I give out, I understand that I'll also receive. I think service needs to be a part of the DNA of every organization, every business, in government. It needs to be in the DNA. Making money is great, but at the end of the day, it's hard to hoard money when you see that there's thousands of people who are losing their jobs, losing their homes. They're not eating, they don't have food to eat. So I strongly encourage that as well. I strongly encourage the leadership of small organizations, larger organizations to sit down and really figure out, we have our economic strategy, we have our growth strategy, we have, you know, what we need to gain to have the correct amount of revenue, get that. But when are you going to then talk about the people in your community? And so, you know, Martha, let's get together and let's chat about how we can bring that to our community, and how we can even try to draft the blueprint to make that work. I don't think I have an exact answer on how to, but let's sit down together and figure out how we can birth that, and invite others at the table to be able to do the same. Congratulations. That's a big deal. Thank you.
Not a question, but August Martin said, great presentation. I appreciate the inspirational words as we enter 2021. Morgan asked, she said, I may have missed this, but what are the best ways for us to be connected to this event and this movement moving forward?
Morgan, you didn't miss it. I didn't mention it. Shame on me. Shame on me. You can go to buildcommunitythroughlove.com to register, as well as to get into all of the daily inspirations as well. You can find the 90-day digital intentional journal there as well. And so get connected with us. The registration is through Eventbrite, and the process works. Each and every day we send out the email campaign letting people know what the topic of the day is, providing them the link to get directly to Build Community Through Love's website, so that they can take advantage of all the curated content that's already on the site. So it's an open registration. You can register all the way up until day 21, and that gives you access to go back and look at everything. Once you're registered, you have access to all the content that's coming out, as well as you'll be put on the invite list for all of the workshops and all of the fuel sessions that are coming up. And if you miss anything again and you're registered, you'll have all the pre-recording, the recordings of the events as well. So by all means, continue to register. Again, you can go on buildcommunitythroughlove.com. On the homepage, you'll be able to register.
And for those that are watching this stream live, the website's been dropped in the comments to make it easier for you. I have another question. So, you know, you've built in entrepreneurship into this, an entrepreneurship piece into this. And of course, you know, from a Startup Junkie perspective and 1 Million Cups perspective, we, you know, that's what we're all about. And so why was that such an important piece of this 21-day journey?
I'll say this too. And I guess I failed to mention this just to kind of be conscientious of time within the presentation. All of those who provided content for us are all Black owned or persons of color owned small businesses. And being a part of this also allows them to be marketed on all of our websites and our emails, so that their business gets marketed as well. You know, it's important that we shine light on those who are struggling systemically, just to have some assistance. And so, but the entrepreneurial piece in this was so rich, because that's a part of, you know, who, you know, me and my team are. You know, we're driven, you know, to build within that space. And so, you know, what we tried to do is make sure that we gave other entrepreneurs an opportunity, not to just, you know, give us content, but to also market their business on our platform. And everything is so virtual now, right? And so only a few businesses are actually located here. There's other businesses that are located, you know, California, Georgia, Maryland. And so, you know, giving people an opportunity to have their platform showcased while providing free content.
We don't have any more questions in the comment section, but part of a main facet of 1 Million Cups is we always conclude with the same question. And that question is, how can we as a 1 Million Cups community help you? What can we do for you?
The thing that would be so great to have is, when you're trying to bootstrap an event like this, or when you're trying to bootstrap a virtual conference, and you don't have the resources to just, you know, buy all these different subscriptions and packages for the software, you know, how do you really have a user-friendly conference without having to spend a lot of money on different platforms. And so if there was a way that, we could have someone kind of talk through, what's the logistics of it, what's the logistics from a user-friendly standpoint, I think that will shine bright for all of us who, are looking to do either one-day conferences, webinars, and the like, who just don't have the funds yet to really get it off the ground. And so if we could have something that was produced to look at that, I think that would be perfect.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you for taking the time to address our audience this morning. We really appreciate it. It's a great presentation. Wish you the best of luck for the remaining days of this program, and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Caleb. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good morning, everybody. Good day.